You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, welcome to the Hood Table, everybody. Welcome back one more again, and Happy New Year to the Hood Table and the Hood Table Nation, all our supporters, subscribers, friends, and family. Happy New Year. I hope your holidays have been great and festive and joyous and memorable and safe as well. So happy New Year's. Please come on in. Make sure you hit the like button and the share button, and also subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. Now, today we are going to be doing two reviews. I'm going to kick this one out first, and then I'm going to come right back with another review of the Have and Have Nots. But right now, we will be discussing Real Housewives of Atlanta. And we are now on season 13. I still can't believe this show is up on 13 seasons now. But it's episode 4, and the title of the show was Mom, What Were You Thinking? And it focused mainly on the situation that happened in Athens, Greece, with a little bit of commentary from Cynthia's daughter, Noelle. So come on in. Again, share the video, like the video. Also subscribe to the Hood Table, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, IG, Twitter, Stereo, and also thehoodtable.com, our website. But now, you guys, I can, like probably so many of you as well, can remember the drama in Athens, Greece, oh so well. But I mean, where haven't the ladies been where there hasn't been any drama? But it was really fun rewatching some of the scenes from that trip with Cynthia and her daughter, the 21-year-old Noelle, giving her commentary. The one thing that I must say, that I have to say, I really love how the show allows the ladies to go to some beautiful places. They always pick awesome places to travel abroad, and Greece is absolutely beautiful. I would love to go there one day. And speaking of beautiful, Noelle herself has grown into such a beautiful young lady. She was giving it to us, y'all. I was like, come through with the lashes, the makeup, the beef face, and that cute long ponytail braid. Go ahead, Miss Noelle. She definitely get it from her mama, and she get it from her daddy, because her daddy, Leon, he has always been soft on the eyes with me, and those lips, child. Ooh. But anywho. Now I know the title of the show was called Mom, What Were You Thinking? But some of the other women were wilding out as well, not just Cynthia. But I was really cracking up when they had replayed the scene of the ladies trying to figure out, which one would get which room. Candy said whoever is the first one to jump into the pool can snatch up somebody else's room. And if boy, Portia did damn near flew down to that pool. She jumped right on in there with her clothes on. I remember that oh so well. She didn't give a darn about wetting up all her clothes, those cute little lime green sneakers that at the time I said, man, I couldn't tell what the name brand of the sneakers was or anything. But I was like, ooh, I need those in my life. That color was lit. But anyway, as far as her wig, she didn't think twice about soaking up that wig on top of her head. She was like, I got a good old grade of wig. Talking about I got this good go naked wig on, and I ain't worried at all, honey. And she wasn't. She got everything soaked up, but she got also the room that she wanted. And you know what else? as far as these reality stars, a lot of times, I like some of the topics that Cynthia and her daughter was discussing, from mom point of view, child point of view, celebrity point of view. I mean, not saying that her daughter's not a celebrity, but you know what I mean. A lot of these celebrities and these reality stars, they do like face the same thing. The people like on the Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, basketball, all the different reality shows, they sometimes face the same things as people on YouTube, IG, Facebook, Twitter, just regular old people, they have to face, at one time or another, and that is doing something to totally embarrass or humiliate somebody close to them, especially like the kids, or the parents. And Noelle, when she was watching this show, she was literally blushing when she heard Cynthia say how she was looking forward to having phone sex. And I'm like, is phone sex so bad? She was like, why, mom? Why? Why did you have to tell them you want to have phone sex just to get a room with more privacy? Cynthia was like, what you mean? That ain't the only reason why I said. She said, I really did want to have phone sex. So it don't matter which room Cynthia would have gotten. She still wanted to have her phone sex, but having a room a little bit more private would have helped out a little bit more as far as her phone sex with her man. But anyway, she was like, I didn't lie. Noelle thought she lied just to get the better room. She was like, I didn't lie. I wanted both, the phone sex and the good room. But anyway, I'm like, it wasn't like she was trying to make a porn film or, be a porn star, make a porno in one of those rooms, with one of the locals or with one of the ladies, Noel. So, phone sex, that was keeping it kind of light. Actually, I think the pornos would probably be right up Candy's alley. Yeah, that would be something Candy would do. But anywho, overall, Noel said, basically, whenever people find out that her mom is the Miss Cynthia Bailey, she receives some very good feedback. More good feedback than bad. And I can agree with some of the things that Noelle hears about her mom. I've always thought Cynthia was so very pretty, very, very pretty, and very classy at the same time. But don't get it twisted, because Miss Cynthia can also nuck if you buck real quick as well. And I can never get enough of that scene when she kicked the crap out of Portia on that boat. Because for one, I would have done the same damn thing, if not worse. So she lucky that's all she did was kick her off of her. But anyway, self-defense, Cynthia. Self-defense. That's all you gotta say. Self-defense. But anywho, when watching this episode, it again had a lot of funny moments. One of them, for example, was when they were discussing social media and tracking devices. Because my sons have said some of the same things that Noelle said. Like, remember when Facebook first got popular? It was literally like only young people on there. And that was the same way with the IG, the Twitter, the Snapchat, the TikTok, etc. It's always the younger generation to find out about these sites and then frequent them before we people of a particular age starts to use them. Notice how I say particular age, not old. Particular. We have a particular age. And it was also cute to see how overprotective Cynthia still is over Noelle. She's a grown woman, 21 years old, but that's still her daughter, you know what I'm saying? And that's her baby regardless. But I can definitely recall a time when I told my oldest son that I was going to put a tracker on his first car. He had a whole fit. And then even after explaining all the reasons why the tracker could be useful, like I'm not just trying to get into your business, pry into your business. This is really good for safety. Please. It didn't matter all the reasons I told him why it could be useful. The boy was like, Mom, really? Ain't none of my other friends got that going on with their parents? But did I put a tracker on his car or did I not put a tracker on his car? Is the question. Sit straight. But moving right along. We know that all of the housewives can sometimes, well, can throw some mean shade. And in saying that, I'm not being shady at all in the least bit when I say that. I think all of these ladies look their very best on that episode. And again, no shade, because they are all still very beautiful. Even at a particular age, they are all still very beautiful. And Cynthia can still twerk that, but don't. She was like, hey, no, well, look back at it. Look back at it. She can still twerk that, but don't. All those celebrities, all they be talking about is 40 is the new 30, 50 is the new 40, 60 is the new 50. But my knees don't quite agree with that statement. And of course, we also know that black don't crack. And it cracks even less when you have a healthy, nice size bank account to help out with that face and that body, yada yada, that Cynthia and the rest of them ladies have. Ooh, those outfits in this episode when they were in Greece, I'm telling you, I think that they look their very best. When it comes to the face, the hair, the body, the clothes, the shoes, I mean, they was giving me everything. They was giving me everything. But anywho, when Kenya was really shading Cynthia on that episode, regarding Cynthia's knowledge or lack of knowledge in the wine industry. At that time, Cynthia was just getting into her wine business, and Kenya seemed to be calling her out on everything pertaining to the wine business and on Cynthia not knowing certain things about wine. And I was like, okay, Kenya, so you know a lot about hair and makeup, so yeah, that's cool. You into hair and makeup and all that. But for Cynthia at that time, she was new to the wine industry. So why shade your homegirl like that? That was your bestie. I didn't really understand that. I still don't understand it now. I know she was going through some things, but I mean, granted, Cynthia, she was in the wine industry, but she was not a wine connoisseur. I still don't know if she's one connoisseur. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. A wine goddess, a wine expert, whatever you want to call it. But for Kenya to be supposedly again her best friend, why would she belittle her friend like that publicly? And I know y'all remember all that Twitter backlash when the Twitter was attacking Kenya for doing that. But Cynthia claims that she knew she was being shady and that she should have shaded Kenya right back. But again, Kenya was going through some things at that time. She was having relationship troubles. So Cynthia figured, she tried to give her, as she said, a little bit more love, compassion, and friendship than shadiness. And speaking of things that happen in public, Noelle also asked her mother, Cynthia, what it was like to go through a public divorce. Going through anything has to be, really, really difficult, sometimes humiliating, when you're going through something negative in the public eye. So even though Kenya was being super shady, Cynthia was still trying to be there for Kenya, trying her best, especially after finding out that Kenya didn't have any idea that her husband had even filed for a divorce. Like, how embarrassing, how very embarrassing was that? But you know what? It is what it is now. It is what it is now. But anyway, this episode also, unbeknownst to Noelle, had a lot of sexually charged conversations in it. Every now and then we would see Cynthia cover her daughter's ears and trying to explain away the reason for the content, for the sexual content. But when they were discussing blowjobs and how often men should receive a blowjob, why did Noelle say she don't use those words? And that she's never used those words? Sips drink. Sorry, my son turned the alarm on. But if you don't use those words, my dear, my dear, what words are the youth using nowadays to describe that part of foreplay? Please let me know. Because I think blowjob is a way to not be so explicit, So I was like, what you mean you don't use those words and you would never use those words, girl? I ain't trying to say she lying. I just want to know what they use. Or do they just say, do you want your dick sucked? Is that what they say? And Cynthia, she didn't help talking about. I know why you don't. I can understand why you wouldn't say the word blowjob because you aren't really blowing anything. But from time to time, Cynthia, girl, I'm like, don't you blow on it? Ever so lightly, like ever so lightly. And Noelle responded with, and you wonder why I don't ever watch the show. Noelle, child. Just because we are of a particular age doesn't mean that we don't like to get our freak on or at least discussing the possibility of it. And you shall also be there one day, my dear. But anywho, earlier in the show, Cynthia had mentioned how, as we saw, she wasn't, going to read or shade Kenya for insulting her lack of knowledge in the wine industry. But during the Ruins dinner, she decided it was time to face off with Kenya and tell her how she really felt. What they were supposed to do at dinner time was put everything in the ruins and leave it right there and never discuss it again. So after Cynthia said it real loud and proud with her chest, Kenya did apologize, for insulting Cynthia and her wine business. They hugged, they kissed it out, and everything was fine. At least up until Nene and Kenya started arguing over which one of them is truly bipolar. I was like, Lord have mercy. I think they both are. I think they both are. No, but for real, I'm just kidding. But I really enjoyed this show. It was a lot of fun checking out some of the throwback scenes. I know that sometimes the ladies, they do beef. They do have disagreements. They do shade each other, and so forth and so on, from time to time. But we cannot deny that even when they are not acting on their best, on their very best sisterhood behavior, they still have a lot of love for each other. And I don't care regardless if Nene's on the show or not on the show, Kenya or Marlo or Cynthia's on the show or not on the show. If anything seriously happens to any of the ladies or to their family or family members, I know that they will have each other's back. Now they might go back to beefing afterwards, but they still will want the very best for each other. So again, I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed going down memory lane, and I hope you guys did too. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. Also, please make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, IG, Stereo, and also thehoodtable.com. Thank you so very much, you guys. Again, Happy New Year. Be safe, be blessed, always remain vigilant, and don't forget to keep it hood. Bye.